A thin stream of milk suddenly flowed out from under the man's feet, giving him a huge fright. He hurriedly looked up and discovered that the milk jug had been accidentally knocked over, and the milk was meandering through the courtyard. Even more surprisingly, the milk was still gushing out of the jug incessantly. To find out the reason, the man quickly grabbed an empty bucket and caught some milk. However, unexpectedly, the bucket was filled up in less than 5 seconds. He stared at the milk jug, and the amount of milk had not decreased in the slightest. He thought excitedly, could this jug possibly produce milk automatically? So he found an even bigger bucket and poured the milk into it. This bucket was also quickly filled. However, when he turned the jug completely upside down, the milk inside suddenly disappeared. The man suspected that the pouring angle was incorrect, so he refilled the jug with half of the milk and tested again. He found that as long as the jug was kept tilted at a 45-degree angle, the milk would never stop flowing. Seeing that the milk production was dozens of times more than usual, the man was overjoyed. Relying on this magical jug, he quickly became the most famous dairy tycoon in town. However, the news of his sudden wealth attracted the attention of 2 thieves. One late night, the 2 thieves snuck into his house while the man was sound asleep and quietly stole this jug. But they accidentally alerted the security guard while escaping, and in the chaos, they accidentally dropped the jug into the river. Not long after, an old lady found this jug by the riverside. She originally thought it was just an ordinary container and used it to store rice cakes. Unexpectedly, the rice cakes actually kept increasing. The old lady had a brainwave and simply stuffed banknotes into it. Sure enough, an endless amount of money started pouring out of the jug. The old lady was overjoyed and afraid that others would discover this secret, so she secretly dug a hole at her employer's house and buried the jug underground. Then, she deposited all the banknotes produced into the bank. Who knew that the jug would only mechanically copy the banknotes, and the serial numbers on those banknotes were all the same? The bank quickly discovered the abnormality and threw the old lady into prison. In prison, the old lady told her cellmates Anna and Lisa about the secret of the jug, and also revealed the location where the jug was buried. Her original intention was to hope that the 2 of them could use it to benefit society after they were released from prison. But she didn't know that these 2 women were notorious scammers in the underworld, making a living by deception. After the 2 were released upon completing their sentences, they disguised themselves as veterinarians and came to the farm mentioned by the old lady, intending to take away the jug. However, at this time, a bad-tempered cow was guarding beside the jug. They had to find a way to trick this cow.